Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blockbull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today, I'm going to discuss the charts with you as always, but first and foremost, I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin as well, because this is where I made this knee-jerk reaction from people that follow me over on X. However, when I saw 100k Bitcoin, I thought, right, okay, this is what I've sort of been mentally preparing myself for over the last week or two. Okay, soon as Bitcoin hits 100k, I'm thinking, right, okay, this is probably the top of this move. Okay, and then Bitcoin will probably, more than likely, again, all probabilities, correct down to that sort of 70 to 77k mark. Okay, so we're expecting approximately 25 to 30% retracement for Bitcoin, and then obviously the altcoins have got a lot more to retrace. Okay, because we have run up anywhere between 300 to 600% with most alts. Okay, however, after taking that knee-jerk reaction, taking 40% off the table, even though my crypto is heavily skewed to a handful of brilliant cryptocurrencies, I did come on the charts, and this is what I've seen playing out here. So this is the hourly. We are printing a bullish pattern here. So you guys are probably familiar with this pattern now. So this is a bull pennant. So these have a 60 to 70% success rate up to the upside. Okay, so there's still a remaining 30 to 40% dip. Well, likelihood that this will dip and stop trading below the apex ultimately. But so far, so good. Even though we've had a couple of red candles in the past couple of hours, we're still above this sort of peak, if you will, for Bitcoin. So I'm just wondering now whether or not altcoins can continue to rally, because a lot of these altcoins are up near the top of the fibs. And this is why we're really interested in cryptos like Velo, like Gala, because they're yet to run up the fibs. Now, if I come out onto the weekly here, you guys can get a better picture then, ultimately. So first and foremost, we've got this white ascending channel. So that is a bullish structure. We've also broken this sort of blue sort of trend line here. Okay, so this bounce here, where it reached this peak here back in February of 23. This peak was created from the bottom, okay, after it bounced in from December of 2022. We bounced there, and that was almost, kind of acting as like supply and demand for resistance and support. Yeah, we've been flirting with it, we've been breaching it, we've been falling, breached it, fell, and then it looks like we're going back up now. So we are looking to take out the May 2024 highs. Yeah, yesterday we actually wicked into it. Okay, so we could be suffering a slight rejection. That doesn't mean in the coming days that we cannot penetrate this blue line and start going to town on some of these fibs. Okay, I can plot the fibs for you guys. The guys, theblockbulls.com. Almost forgot to mention. So this is my exit strategy for. So a lot of these exit strategies are for, well, the XRP and the XDC ones that I've done. The link is down below in the description, but that will ultimately secure the bag for you guys, so you don't actually lose all your money in 2025. And it gives you like rough sort of timescales. On the XRP plan, it does give you the exact specific dates as well. So yeah, that's the blockbulls.com. If you had both of those plans to basket, the XDC and XRP plan, you do get a 10% discount applied. Okay, so with Velo now, as I was saying, we've got bullish sort of structures playing out here. So the only reason I am slightly bearish on Velo or Gala is literally because of the rest of the market. Yeah, a lot of these ISO coins have breached the 786 fibs. They're almost up near sort of all-time highs. XLM's up near all-time highs. XRP's, taking out the highest sort of weekly. I think it might have been the highest monthly close, not quite the highest weekly close in history. And then you've got HBAR as well, which is going to complete a full lot of retracements. So we're still in this conundrum at the moment with these smaller cap gems down here. So let me just drag that all the way down to the bottom there. Yeah, bottom there, 23. So these are the sort of targets we're looking at here. So for Velo, for example, we're looking at like 30, 35, 36 cent. We're currently trading around 2.5 cents. So that is a massive run up in terms of price action. So we'll just do a quick measurement from current price up to 786. So that's a 13x. Yeah. In my view, the worst case scenario where Velo could actually drop from current price action will be to this bottom channel in the white here. So we're probably talking about, I'd say about a 47% dip. Obviously, if we exceed that white support line in that ascending channel, we're probably coming all the way back down here. Yeah, about 75% correction, which I do expect the majority of altcoins to retrace by anywhere between 70 to 80%, guys. So it is a tough one. And the reason why I want to leave it with you, because this chart right here. So there's obviously you guys probably know him. He's called Charlie Munger. He's no longer with us now. Late Charlie Munger. So he was Warren Buffett's right hand man, and everyone knows who Warren Buffett is, right? Used to be like one of the richest men in the world. Still is, probably top 5 richest men in the world. Berkshire Hathaway, well renowned for all his investing and accumulation and compounding effects. Now, Ray Dalio, also a hedge fund sort of manager, if you will. He owns one of the companies. I forget the name of his company, but he's a multi-billionaire anyway. And he always talks about the diversification and actually protecting and defending your portfolio. So instead of being offensive and trying to go for these bigger gains all the time, sometimes after like a decent run up, we do have to take a sort of protective, defensive stand on our portfolio, because this is what you risk, yeah? So it starts out as a measly 10% loss, yeah? Quite easily recoverable. So you need 11% gain in order to recover from a 10%, yeah? But then you start seeing this compound effect on you actually need an increased amount of increase in the price action to recover. So a 20% dip, you need to win 25%, or for the price to rally 25%. And you can see here, it starts getting to some sort of astronomical numbers. So with a 50% dip, which Velo could do, you need to 2x your capital, yeah? So the risk to reward isn't quite paying there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it needs to be at least a 2-to-1 in my favour. So with Velo, for example, if there's a possibility of it dipping 50%, I need to know it's going to rally up to at least 4.5 cents for me to be able to take that trade. Okay, at the moment, Velo has still got a decent risk to reward just because of the potential and the fact, we can run up fibs all the way up here up to all-time highs, similarly to a lot of other cryptos. Okay, so I'm still bullish on Velo, and I'm willing to take a 50% hit on the Velo. So even though I've cashed out like 40%, what I'm aiming to do, I've got loads in Velo, and I've still got loads in Gala. Yeah, I'm looking to diversify. So this afternoon, I'll probably do a lot of research and find some other sort of similar kind of small cap, medium-sized gems that are yet to run up the fibs, similar to Velo and Gala. Okay, if I come across any, I'll let you know, and vice versa. If you guys know of any sort of cryptos that are yet to really get moving and still all the way down here, these like first couple of fibs, let me know in the comments section, because I'm interested. I'd like to diversify my portfolio, and that's what it's all about, is collaboration. I'm showing you guys the charts where we could go, where we could fall to, potentially where we could get to in terms of the fib targets. And then also you guys sharing your knowledge as well, if you have got any sort of gems that you could recommend. But yeah, you got to keep this in mind, guys. Like I say, I do expect some big corrections as soon as like next week. 70% corrections, you need at least a 233% increase, which is absolutely massive. One way to like 2x, 3x your money is literally just by mitigating and avoiding that 70% drop. If you avoid this drop that I'm anticipating next week, you pretty much 2x your portfolio straight off the bat, just by avoiding that crash. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily bearish. I'm just showing you guys what I'm seeing in this like sort of overall picture. But for me, Velo's still bullish. Let's have a look at Gala anyway. Where's Gala? Okay, Gala's up just over 6 cents as mentioned. So Gala here is at this orange fib, yeah, the 382. Okay, so trading just above 6 cents, and we are breaching that fib level. Okay, so the next sort of resistance we have to break is this 24 high, yeah, up here, which is around 8 cents. Yeah, 8 cents, just over 8 cents. So this is where I believe Gala's heading into. And even that is a decent gain, yeah. If we're trading at around, say, 6 cents, still a 32% increase, which is decent gains, If you're dealing with like hundreds and thousands by this point, after this massive run-up, you're doing all right, aren't you? 30% on 100 grand, what's that? 32k. You're laughing. So yeah, maybe ladder out, maybe scale out, maybe not like think, what? We need to be taking partial profits, I would say, at each sort of station. So you got the 618 and then the 786. So you got, I'd say, 15 cent. Maybe take out a little bit of your bags, and then 786, take a little bit of your bags. Again, it's always nice to have some dry powder just in case we do crumble with the rest of the market, say for the ISO tokens, like I say, that have breached all fib levels, Bitcoin as well. We're probably looking, I would say, at least 45% dip there, and probably even further. Yeah, we got this head and shoulder pattern. So I do not, even if we do sort of capitulate to the downside, I do expect Gala to sort of maintain this inverse head and shoulders here. So we'll probably come down to as low as this bit here, where we actually set off at the time of the US elections. Yeah, sort of 4th, 5th of November. So we could come back down to where it was trading there. So again, that would put us in that 70 to 80% bracket with that retracement. Okay, so that in my view is likely next week. However, before that, we do want to run up. I know we're literally running on sort of borrow time at the minute, because we got like tonight, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, usually we get a bit of a dip. Do you know what I mean? So really, we've only got, rested today, Friday, Saturday. So we've only got about best part of 48 hours to run these up. But we do know what Gala can do. Yeah, this candle here, for example, this is a weekly candle, rallied up. I think it was about 500%. Yeah, probably higher if you're accounting for the wicks. 500, I would round it up, 590% in a week with Gala, yeah. So, Gala's more than capable. Let's just plant that there. Again, we'd take out the 786 with that sort of move, so that would be absolutely brilliant. So, again, guys, not financial advice, but if you need plans for either the XDC or the XRP digital asset, be my guest. The link is down below in the description. Thanks for watching as always. Consider subscribing, like, sharing, do what you got to do as always.